All right, good. So our objective here, talk about the benefits of having a LinkedIn profile, how to create it, the 7 requirements that LinkedIn determines is a completed profile. They want you to kind of have it up and going. They don't like kind of partially done profiles, so they have this complete requirement of these 7 things you have to do. We'll talk about keywords and how they work, and then how to use recommendations and how to get recommendations for others on the platform as you go along. So LinkedIn's this professional business network, right? It's another social media platform, but it's based around business and professional. Um, it's got over 80 million users worldwide. There's free accounts, paid accounts. The paid accounts give you access to some extra things, but the free one works great too. It's just an online database of 4 things really: people, companies, jobs, so you can find jobs and list jobs in there, and then keywords that helps you kind of connect to people that you have shared interest with and share business with. So people, companies, jobs, and keywords. So the benefits of having a profile, you could use it to find a job. You can search jobs and find jobs there. You can find people who work at companies and reach out to them. You can connect with other people through this. So if you're trying to build your network, that's a good place to do it. Um, there's associations of people and groups and companies. People know people, that kind of thing. You can find new clients. If you have a business and you're looking for clients, you can use it to find new clients, to market other people. LinkedIn basically creates, when you create your profile, you're creating they're giving you a free web page URL so that you could share with other people to say, hey, this is me. So I describe it sometimes as kind of like your digital resume that you can kind of have out there, and people can kind of see what you've done, what you're doing, what your expertise, your experience, and that kind of thing is. So it gives you that. There's a whole learning component to it. They've bought some learning companies in the past, and they have learnings on there, things you can learn. And then you can also share content, much like you can on Facebook, where you can make posts and you can talk about your business or things you're interested in professionally, and share things in your feed, if you will, content-wise. So that creates some interest and some connections as well. So many benefits of it, but always think of it as your kind of professional social media platform, if you will. So to create your LinkedIn profile, obviously you have to have some things. You have to have a name, a photo of yourself. There's a place for a cover image. I'll show this to you in a minute. There's a headline spot that's real important to kind of get people's attention. Think about headlines in newspapers, right? That's the summary or the big print, the big bold print that gets your attention, so that you'll read the little print inside it. So there's a headline part of your profile that hopefully will get people's attention and get them interested in reading more about you. Your experience section, about you summary, and the custom URL is a way you could create what your URL, what your web address is for that page if it's available. So let me first go into let's go into LinkedIn. Okay, here's LinkedIn, and you can see this, right? So I'm on my page. I've logged in and I'm on my page. And when you're on your page, on your account, you see things a little different. So right now you have a menu across the top. I'm on the home page. When you think about this looks a lot like Facebook in the middle, right? You got all these posts and you can like things and you can comment and you can post yourself, right? That's the home page. If you go to my profile, so I'm going to go to me and then view profile. All right. There. What's that? Did somebody say something? Doesn't go away, so pop up things new. Go away. All right. So we're looking at this as the owner of this page. And so you see this, I've got these little pencils here. Let's go to somebody else. Let me go to somebody else so I'm not looking at it from my. Okay. So we're looking at Megan Fox. She works for GetSetUp. And she has her picture. And then this is the cover image. And she just has the GetSetUp logo up here for this. Okay, that's the cover image. So you have some space here. You can put something. You can create any graphic and you put that up there if you want to. Is somebody trying to say something? I hear somebody in the background saying, sorry. Okay. So she's got her picture, and then this is her headline area. She hasn't put, she kept it pretty simple. I think you have a lot of characters you can put in here, and I'll show you more of that. It shows her company and her education over here. Okay. And then it shows her activity, places she's worked, experience, I should say, experience, her education, skills, interests. That's all there. Okay. So that's her profile. Right. Let me show you, let me go to mine, back to mine. So here we are on mine. I have used kind of this beachy background. I'm just going to put something there. Something's better than nothing back there. If you leave it blank, it looks like it's blank. So put something back there. A word about your photo. You'll have some people that will tell you that it has to be this professional studio photo. I don't think it has to be. I think it has to be just of you. It can't be of you and your grandkid or you and your dog or cat. It can't be that. But if you, you know, if it's a good picture and you like it, then use it. Like, I don't care that I'm actually at a beach in that picture. It's fine. I don't care that it's not this JCPenney Olin Mills background. To me, that doesn't really matter. I've seen some really bad pictures of people, but if it's of that person and it's a good picture, then it works for me. Having no picture is not good, so put a picture in there. But also know it's going to put it in a circle, so that affects sometimes what you pick. You can usually crop and move it around. All right. This is my headline here. And I put several things in here because if you think about, so much of LinkedIn is based on keywords. So I put in a bunch of terms in here that describe kind of what I do, who I am. That's all in there, right? And this is a phrase I've been using for a long time, the disruptive solutionist. It's a little bit different and it gets people's attention. It's kind of a conversation starter. So you get to decide what goes into that, all right? Then it's got companies and places you've been to school. And every section here has a little pencil that you can edit, right? So you can click on it. So if I want to click on this and click the pencil, it opens up and I can change my name. It's got a pronoun section. This is the headline section here. Current position, you can pick what that is out of your experience, your work. Then what industry you're in, your education, where you're located. You can edit your contact information. This is what people see on your site, right? You can add websites that you're part of, emails, birthdays.
Excuse me, Kevin,
yeah?
Would you mind telling us, how did you get to this? What did you click on?
Yeah, okay. So I'm logged into my account, right? And I'm looking at my profile. So in this view, there's these pencils over here on the right.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. So each section has a little pencil that you can go into and edit.
Each one, okay.
Yeah, yep. And then make sure you hit save at the end and go back. So if I want to change my background, I click that one, and I can grab another picture. They've got some crop, filter, adjust, all those kind of things.
How do you save?
Yeah, let's go back to this one.
Excuse me, how do you save?
Yeah, so we're in this one. Look at the bottom. I guess it just saves it. So just hit the X. I guess it doesn't have a save. If there is a save button, hit it. If there's not, then you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So
thank you.
First things, right, we go back here to, you want your name, your profile photo, your cover image, your headline, your experience, which is kind of your work experience, your about summary, and then your URL. Let's talk about the about summary and URL. So the about summary, come down here to about. Here's the about section, the pencil. And in here, you can write about your years of experience, industry skills, people you also talk about their achievements or previous job experiences. So you've got 2,600 characters you can put in here, quite a bit. But this is about you. This is about you. You put in there. Okay. somebody's got some background noise. What is this? All right, stopped. Okay. Let's talk about the custom URL. So if I go back to custom URL, this means that you notice at the top of my screen, my address is linkedin.com/in/bestu. Okay, I created the best you part. So to do this, you come over here. This little drop down thing is in the way. See, it says edit public profile and URL. You see, because this little drop down thing. It's
I
right
can't
up here.
see it.
It's right up. Can you see
Oh.
up here? It says
Yeah,
edit
yeah.
public. Yeah, it's right there. It's
Got
underneath
it.
the little banner. So when that opens up, you can come. It's the right thing, I don't think. Let's go back. It's not going there. This little thing just showed up recently. This little drop down banner they added. I want edit public profile and URL. So. All right, right. Okay, top right now. See it? Edit your custom URL. It's on your
Yes.
screen. Okay, go back.
Yeah.
All right, personalize the URL for your profile. So right here, you click the pencil here, and it lets you pick. It's gonna by default, it's gonna have this part of the URL, but what comes after that last slash is what you put in here. So it could be your name, it could be your business, whatever it is. If it's available, it'll let you have it, and then you've got an easy way to tell people where to go to find you. You can share that link, and they can find you right away. Okay, so that's how you edit that. This is also where you edit your visibility as far as who sees what on here. So you can decide who sees your profile photo, your background photo. If you want to show your headline, your websites, you can turn these on and off. You decide.
So this is about putting up an actual website image, just as though people went to LinkedIn.
But this is all LinkedIn. It's all LinkedIn.
Yeah, but when you do your URL, does that
Yeah.
just take people to your LinkedIn setting, or does it also give you a web address?
No, that does give you the web address. So again, if we go back to mine, mine is this right here. LinkedIn.
I can't read it, but I see it.
Yeah, it's linkedin.com/in/bestu.
Okay,
Otherwise,
so that's all.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I could share that with somebody, and it'll take them right to my page.
Okay, on the website.
Yeah, yep. Otherwise, they give you this really long cryptic address that is got a bunch of numbers and letters in it. So
Okay.
just claim whatever you want it to be. URL. Okay, everybody good on that part? Okay, let's go back to that was creating your profile. So you got to have all that information. The one that's going to take the longest is the experience, probably, right? You're going to put in places you've worked and all. And it's set up like a resume where you put in where you worked. And if that company is set up as a company in LinkedIn, it'll bring the logo in automatically for it, which is nice. If it'll want to know when you started and finished, and then you can put your job description, whatever you did there, in there. Just like a resume. Okay, now the 7 requirements to complete a profile. So you have to pick an industry and location. You have to enter that in there, whatever industry that you're in. An up-to-date current position with a description. So you have to have at least 2 positions and one that's up to date. So it's looking for that. It doesn't want just old information. It wants to know what you're doing now. The 2 past positions at a minimum. Some education information, like one place you went to school. A minimum of 3 skills that you have. You just pick those up. What those are. Your profile photo has to be in there, and then you have to have at least 50 connections. 50 connections. Who was it that was asking me about the support?
I was.
All right, let me see.
Eileen.
Eileen, okay. So Eileen, it's possible that you haven't met these 7 requirements, so you're not showing up.
Well,
Possible.
it it's hard to say. It's been
Okay.
a while since I touched my profile.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe you're right. If you could leave these requirements there for one more second, I'm just
Yeah,
copying.
sure. Yeah, sure. And I'll send these to you. If you register for the class, I'll email these to you.
Okay, then I'll let you do that.
Okay.
I've had 2 classes recently, and I haven't received the notes.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Okay.
and the instructors have tried. I know that, so they're
Okay.
actually working on that. So
So you're not
if
getting them. Okay. Let me.
when do you
What?
usually send it? Do you usually do it on the same day?
I do. Yeah.
Then if I don't get it today, I'll just call support.
Okay. That's good.
Thanks.
Any other
Kevin,
questions? Yeah. Go ahead, Leslie.
so when it talks about an up-to-date current position with a description, and this might be outside of this class, but my 2 things are going to be my business, which I know I can have a business page on LinkedIn also, and then my volunteer work with GetSetUp. So do I list the volunteer work just like a current position?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, they don't differentiate if you're getting paid or volunteer. It's just your position. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, so you may say, well, how do you make connections? How do you get, like, I'm good on all these things, but how do I make connections, right? That would be a good question. How to make a connection. So let's go back here to your LinkedIn account. So up at the top, I showed you home. This is just kind of the feed of all the posts that are out there, as well as you can make a post. Under me, you've got the ability to do your settings and manage your information, right? By the way, Leslie mentioned this is a personal account here. I can also create company accounts that I manage. So I've got 3 company accounts that I manage also. It's a different company, has different profile than personal, but you can set those up as well. Okay, that's under me. Under messaging, this is an in-app messaging, so people message you inside LinkedIn. It's like a text message inside LinkedIn. Jobs are jobs that are out there that you can search. Think of this as like a job board. So you can filter by where you want to work, what kind of work you want to do, salary, skill assessments, all of that. You can search by that and it'll give you jobs that you can apply for right there. Under your network, this is all your connections you have. And you've got connections and contacts. So you can bring in contacts from your contact database and bring them in. It doesn't mean you're connected with them yet. They're just contacts. It pulls them up and you can see them. Oh, one other thing on here. Anytime you click on somebody's profile, they may know that you looked at their profile. So know that, in other social media, they don't always know what you're looking at, but in this one, they know if you check them out. So just so you know that. Not that that's a problem, but sometimes people don't know that. All right, back to network. Okay, so connections. I've connected with 1,621 people. You can follow people, you can join groups, you can join events, you can follow pages, there's newsletters you can follow, hashtags out there. All right, so I have right now 14 people who are trying to connect with me over here. Some of them are just marketing. Like this guy's probably trying to market me, so I'm going to ignore him. And invitations, this guy I happen to know, but he's asking me to follow this guy, which I don't know who that is. So I'm going to pass him. This guy here, I don't know who he is. So those are all in there. But the ones that if I want to see the ones that my connections, I click on my connections, let's scroll down. Here we are. Here's my 1621 connections, and I can sort by them. I can look for them. But these are all people that I've connected with. So I've reached out to them and they said yes, or they reached out to me and I said yes. I reach out to them, they say yes, or vice versa. Okay. So there's a mutual yes, we can be connected, be a connection. So that's how that works. So they want you to have 500 of those, right? Is that what they said? No, 50. Good thing, 50. 50 is not too hard to get. 500 is a little more work. So to find, let's say I want to find somebody. Search Leslie. There's going to be a lot of Leslies that show up. Oh, that's in my connections. I can come up here to search, and I can search up here, and this will find people with that name. Okay, so let's say I wanted to. This is the person I was looking for. If I clicked on her name, it would open up a profile, and she'd know I looked at it. I could hit connect button, and it'll request to be connection with her. And if she approves, then she becomes my connection. If she denies or ignores, then we're not connected. So that's how you can search people. You can also do, let's say I'm looking for a Leslie Smith in New York. I don't know if there are any. Let's see. Yep, there is one. Couple. I don't even know. I'm just guessing a name, but you can see. The other thing it does is it tells you if you have any friends in common. So if you share, if somebody you know knows them, and it'll tell you that as well. So one shared connection. See, this person here also knows her. So it shows the connections between people. You can also search companies. So let's say you wanted to go to GetSetUp. Gotta get rid of her. Reset all these. There's no Lisa Smith who gets set up. Lead set up. Okay, so here it is. It's a company. Here's the people that in it. There's lots of pages, so you can see there's lots of people. So if you're looking for a job and you know that let's say you're going to try to go work for a Smith Real Estate. All right. Smith Real Estate Group. Okay, let's say this is it. Do the page. And you might want to know, well, who's going to do the hiring? So you could go into people. And they have 10 employees that are on LinkedIn. Here they are. So you find out how he's the CEO, so you can try to reach out to him. So there's ways to kind of do some research and figure out who's who and who's what inside businesses. So they have a business page somewhere. All right. So that's the requirements for setting up a completed profile. Keywords. It's really important that you use your keywords, but not buzzwords. Like, what are buzzwords? Here's a list of buzzwords to avoid. According to LinkedIn, everybody uses these words, so they've kind of lost their meaning and their value. So think of alternative words to this. I don't think they're all bad words. If it's the best word, use it. But these words have just gotten so overused, they become diluted. All right. Recommendations. You can ask people to do recommendations for you, and you can do them for other people. And then they show up on your site as recommendations. So these are people that are your raving fans that can talk about you as a person and put those in there. So don't be afraid to ask some people for them. And then reciprocate. Write a review, a recommendation for them. And what it does, it goes on your page then. So if I go back to my where did you go? Okay. come down towards the bottom, I've got some recommendations. There it is. Right. That's a recent. So these are people who are nice enough to write something nice about me. So you can do that. I owe a friend. He asked me for one recently. I owe him one. So you can ask for or give. Just click the plus button. That's recommendations. All right. What specific questions would you have?
Kevin, are you going to send us the slide with the buzzwords to avoid? Thanks.
Yes, I will. I will. Yes.
It's been a long time since I've touched my LinkedIn account as well. And I've got 2 different jobs that I'm not doing anymore. So one of them is the more recent one. So I leave that one on and not the other, not the older one.
Well, even if you, I mean, it's part of your experience, so you can just say you did it from a certain date to a certain day, and it just goes at the bottom of the list. Unless you don't think it's going to help you at all, then you would leave it
Yeah.
off.
I'm also right now I'm working for and with Easter Seals. And I'm currently painting at home. I'm not in a host agency where I'm actually working out somewhere else. So it's just, I guess that would go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your most recent on top for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Absolutely.
So Kevin, can you explain how it works? Like if I want to put something about the volunteer work I do with GetSetUp, I mean, I assume that's okay with GetSetUp,
Sure.
but is that like, what's the normal protocol for that? Is there any normal protocol?
Well, let's see. So you got. I would probably put it under experience. So if you go, let's go to edit my experience. If I wanted to add a new one, they have a new thing called career break. That's funny. All right, so let's do an add a position, and we're going to let's call it encourager, whatever. Okay, and then your employment type, you've got full-time, part-time, seasonal, freelance, contact. Where's you can attach it to. Trying to see if they have anything new on.
So I can attach it to GetSetUp, and then somebody at GetSetUp will see it.
Yeah, but that's going to attach you as an employed by them.
Okay.
Let me try to see if they have a different place for. Okay. Here.
I can Google it. It's not that big of a deal.
So the experience is typically attached to a business, and you could.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put it in your description that you're a volunteer, I don't think that's okay.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think there's a problem with that.
Okay.
This other, you got organizations. You can do this too. So you can attach yourself to an organization. You know.
Okay.
Different ways to do that.
Okay.
And that's not.
Thank you.
That's a little different, but it has different options in here that you can position held.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Are there questions?
I still have that question about support. I
Yeah.
haven't been able to find a support number for LinkedIn. Do you think you could help us do that?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Thank you.
Have any help in this? It's gonna be bigger.
I also have a question about classes, which is a little off track, but I used to be a Prime member, and a premium member, and I gave that up, too much money.
Yeah.
But I took a lot of classes, and I'm wondering now if I want to take a class, do I have to pay for it?
Like the ones you already have. You're saying, right?
If
Like
I
you
want
already
to
paid
take
for the
any,
classes.
yeah, if
Oh.
I want to take any class that they offer, do I have to pay for it now?
So you can, to get there, you go to work and then learning. Opens up this page. Yeah, so they have a free month, but then it looks like everything else is paid.
Where
So you'd
can
have
you
to
see
see- How did I get here?
no, where do you see the prices for the classes?
So I went to work and then learning. Opens up this
Yeah.
page. It's saying, start my free month. So that's making me feel like it's not free. But let's say I wanted to go to this class, open it up. They're still trying to get me to free first, but buy this course.
So it costs something.
Yeah.
You can also get to LinkedIn Learning through your local library. At least in Oregon, you can.
Can you?
Yes.
Are those free classes?
Yes.
Yeah,
Really?
check with your library because we do it here in New Mexico too.
Oh,
If you're-
You
thank
just have to have
you.
a library card. Mhm.
That's good. So they've got a lot. They've
Thank-
been trying to build up their learning as well. Yep. All right, here's a help center section. Let's see what this is called.
Okay.
That's learning, I think. That's learning help. LinkedIn help. Due to high support volume, it may take longer than usual to hear back from our support agents. No, everybody's saying. Can't get anybody to do anything anymore. So LinkedIn.com help. Let's see if that will get you. You found that site?
No.
Yep, that takes you to this. So I'm going to put this address in the chat. Oops, let's go back to chat. Chat. So here. Everybody get this. All right. So do you see that in the chat? The
I do. Yeah.
Zoom chat. Yeah. So try that. I don't know what they're going to do for you, but they got some questions in here. Here's another little trick. Some of you, this is outside LinkedIn. I do this sometimes on, because sometimes you just want to talk to somebody. You want somebody to kind of take responsibility for it, not a bot or a chat box or FAQ board. So I just go to search for. Of course, no information available. So many of these companies now do not want you to call them. Here's something. There we go. Worth a try.
Oh, there. Okay.
It's
Great.
worth a try. I put it up.
855 655. Could you please scroll back?
I
Old
put it in the
guys
chat
here.
again. Yeah, I put it in the chat again, but it's.
Oh,
There you go.
okay. 655 5653. Thank you.
I mean, I hope it's a real site. I mean, you see the website is so
I know,
be careful
I
you
know
don't
what you
give them
mean.
be careful you don't give them like too much personal information, right? I mean, sometimes that's a trick they play, right? Not LinkedIn, but other people.
But also, even the corporations lead you down some
Yeah,
trails that are maybe false. Yeah,
right. So just be careful of this one, because
yeah.
I'm
Target
not
does that.
not guaranteed that's their site, but okay. All right. Anything else? All right. Just take some time. Go in there and set it up. Please put a good picture of yourself. Change that background. Write an interesting headline to get people's attention. You want to stand out, right? You want people to do business with you, hire you, whatever you're trying to get them to do. And it all kind of starts with you setting up a good little profile so people can find you. Because I can go into my profile and see, now here's the difference in the paid version and the unpaid version. Let's go here. Finish with this for you. So if I go back to my me, we're always trying to somebody to do one. If I come down, all right. So who viewed your profile? 48 people viewed my profile. So I click on that, and it says, okay, this person did, and this person did, and this person did, and this person did. But the other ones, they want me to pay for premium to see everybody else. So they tease you enough to say, oh, this is like someone at this company did. They don't even tell you who it was. So, but they do tell you some of this detail, where they work, these kind of things. Interesting, right? So the paid version helps you with that. And if you're getting a job, sometimes it's worth paying. If you're looking for a new job, paying for the premium does help during that phase of time, because it helps you with applying for jobs that are listed online. All right. Well, that is it.